EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Space City, Houston, Texas, and NRG Stadium. Tonight on Sunday Night Primetime, it's the Minnesota Vikings and the Houston Texans. Welcome to the booth. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson with you. We are set for a good one. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. At their own 21-yard line. Run, and here's the rookie from Notre Dame. He looks forward for maybe a yard. Brian Branch in on the tackle.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Man is open, middle of the field. It is caught. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. First reception for the man who enters the week as the NFL's leader in receiving yards. This one, good for a first down. On play action, he'll set up to throw. His throw left side is complete. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just the...
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Now they'll set up to throw. Going down the center of the field, open man, and it's taken in. That pass play good for 22. It'll be a Vikings first down.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
They'll look to throw yet again. Throwing over the middle, this one is complete. He's taken down just shy of the 10. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down.
And that was just a simple read that time. He knew his guy was going to come open in the middle of the field based on the look they gave. All he had to do was let the play develop and then deliver a strike to pick up the first down.
The red zone now. He'll drop to throw. That is caught. And he'll be taken down. But we have a chance for the first points of this game as they've set up first and goal.
It's been a really good drive so far. But what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with first and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
They'll try to run this one in. good blocking, and he's in. Touchdown, Vikings. A touchdown, lucky number 13 on the season. Extra point try forthcoming. He's got it. And the Vikings will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kicks away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They'll run here. This is Devon Achane. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 5.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 5. On play action. Stroud. He'll let this one go long for Williams. And he will score. Jamison Williams. Touchdown, Texans. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
That's fielded just shy of the goal line. And he will get back to only about his 20-yard line. That's where the drive will start.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready up. Hawk 19. Hawk 19. Set up. Hawk 7. Hawk 7. 69. 60.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up 2nd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the linebacker, Christian Harris.
And while the defender is going to get credit for the pick, Mike, I think he needs to go up on the sideline and thank his pass rush because they forced that bad throw. That is the perfect example of when the front pass rush and the back end coverage work together. Man, that was big-time ball. And you don't earn the reputation this guy has, Mike, without having some really elite ball skills at your disposal. I mean, he's universally considered one of the best corners in the entire league, and when he makes plays like this, it's pretty easy to see why.
And a nice game there. He's out of bounds, and that will bring up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Here we go. Let's go. Connect.
Back to throw. Stroud. We'll get this into the hands of Devon Achane. And he will easily pick up the 1st down. They've got 1st and goal coming up.
Sudden change, so you find yourself defensively a little bit on your heels. Your offense just turned the ball over, and now you've got to go out and make a stand. Well, so far this offense has moved the ball pretty quickly, but can they dig in and at least force a field goal?
A run on 1st and goal. And he gets out wide. He'll go to the end zone. Trey Benson. Touchdown, Houston. Point after try forthcoming. It's up and through. And And the Texans will move out to a 14-7 lead.
Vikings 7.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 2. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
They'll motion the slot man right. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He'll get this complete to his man out of the backfield. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. How about 25 yards to start the drive? First down.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
Receiver in motion, headed left. Back to throw. He'll let one go down the middle. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
This offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd, and even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. They can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes. It's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. It'll be a punt coming from the Vikings.
And it's fourth down.
Take it in, back at his own 12. And he'll get a few yards back here on the return before being forced out of bounds. It's Texans football. Quarter number 2 begins as they are set to start the drive with 1st and 10.
On the quick, right?
Throwing is Stroud. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's going to be out of bounds, but up past the 35. 18 yards, and a great way to start the drive. It's a first down.
36-yard line.
Stroud to throw here on first down. That's right side and brought in by Williams.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
From the gun here on third down, it's Stroud. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. Second time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success. Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
All right.
Throwing on second down. Stroud. Catch is made. That is Williams. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Here we go.
A run up the middle with H.N. And he's going to be fouled up quickly after a gain of about one. That's Jermaine Johnson there on the stop.
A gain of a yard. Brings up second and 9.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's second and 9.
118. What's that?
From the gun, here's Stroud. That is brought in at the 10. And he'll be out of bounds down around the 40. First time he's caught a ball here tonight, and it is good for a first down.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone.
That is caught. What a job to keep the play alive. Touchdown, Texans. That is second TD catch of the season. No problem there on the extra point, and the Texans will take a 21-7 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Drive will start on the ground, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. Dominique Hampton there to bring him down. They'll break the huddle. It's second and 5.
At the 40-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. He tosses over the middle. This one is caught. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. 18 yards on the connection. First down, Minnesota. Here's a run going left. And he's going to be knocked down hard behind the line.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
The gun, he'll throw. He's going to take a shot down the field. High-head defender draped all over him, incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down. They'll throw out of the gun. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there. They force fourth down.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. Truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more. Wow, what a big kick there. I mean, just looking down, anytime the kicker is lined up on the other side of the 50, you think, there's no way this ball's going to get there, Mike. But listen, he's got a big leg. This one he strikes absolutely perfect. That was good off the foot.
Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line.
South. All right. Hey.
They'll go play action with Stroud. This one is complete along the sideline. A very nice job to fit that ball in. It'll be a modest gain. Here's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. To throw, it's Stroud. This one complete. Right side, it's Watson. The Texans going to go ahead and use their first timeout here. And they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play.
2nd and 4 at the Vikings 46-yard line.
A run here with Achane. And he will work this down inside the 40. That's going to be good enough to move the chains. 1st down.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen, and not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2, but it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor, and when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
On 2nd down, it's Benson. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Here's a timeout, Houston. That's their 2nd. As they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in half number 1.
At the 27-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Stroud. That's going to be incomplete. Hubbard's very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
18. Hey, uno more. Hey, uno.
A 2nd down throw for Stroud. That's taken in by Achane. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Speed left. 18. What's that? South. Buggy. 11.
To throw is Stroud. Rolling right. That is Fox. What a job on the scramble. Christian Watson. Touchdown, Houston. Extra point attempt still to come. It's up and good. And the Texans add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. Final 9 seconds of this half, and the kick is away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. motion. He'll set up to throw. He'll air it out down the middle. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. On the return, here's Xavier Leggett. And he finally gets forced out of bounds, but that was a fantastic return.
And that is just deflating for this kickoff team. You find yourself down double digits at the half. You spend the entire break talking about getting off to a good start in the third quarter. Let's get us...
The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
Let's give credit where credit's due. Defensively, finding yourself down by this much at this stage of the game, they could just pack it in. They could say, all right, this one's over. We're moving on to next week. They're continuing to play hard. They're continuing to get after the quarterback, and nice start to this drive.
Oh, what a run. Down inside the 30-yard line. They get 22 yards there. First down for Houston.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Now, Stroud. Thrown left side. The catch is made. And they continue to be tough to stop. Chance to extend the lead even further as they are set up with first and goal.
Every team in the league practices these situations every single day. That's a critical third down, Mike. So now with this fresh set of downs, they got to just take a deep breath. Now you're really not so much playing against your opponent as much as you are playing against this clock.
Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's second and goal. They'll go with him again. And he got half of what he needed from the 6 to the 3.
It's now third and goal.
Third and goal. Benson will take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. They'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop.
At their own 21-yard line.
This drive starts at the 21. It's first and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
When you look throughout this game, Mike, I don't think there's even a debate. This defensive line has clearly won the battle at the line of scrimmage over this offensive line. And for an offense that wants the run game to be such a critical element to its plan, they've got to do a better job because there's nowhere to run. There's no holes for the back to find. And all these zero or negative runs are putting them in some really bad spots.
7 Pirates! 60 Bobcats! 60 Bobcats!
He'll look to throw. Now he'll air one out. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him. And will bring up third down.
This secondary, I mean, they just continue to impress me this entire game, Mike. I mean, it just feels like every ball is contested. Even the ones that are complete, those windows are tight. In this case, a really nice job knocking the ball away, and I just can't say enough about how hard these guys compete on every play.
He's got his man down the field. It is a big completion. one all the way. 79 yards. Touchdown, Minnesota. They'll line it up to kick the extra point. The kick is good. The Vikings are able to cut into the deficit.
Vikings 17.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This fielded at about the 9. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line.
33-yard line.
Here we go, let's go. Tonight.
On the bootleg, it's Stroud. He's going to look for the home run ball. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. It is a big-time play for Houston. 35 yards.
Both pre-snap and post-snap. This is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play.
Now he'll run it. And he is out of bounds down at the 21. Give him 11 on the scramble. And give them a new set of downs.
Mike, this is an impressive run, especially considering the fact it was zone coverage. That's a lot of defenders with eyeballs in the backfield focused on the quarterback. So to be able to escape the pocket and pick up good yardage, really good play.
Escaping to his left. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion. 2nd and 10.
Oh, hey. Look the hot, look the hot. 18. That's it. Hey.
Stroud going to set up the throw. That one out wide to Achane. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10.
13 yards on
It's a gain of 13, and it's 1st and goal.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down. It's not often you see a pass that's out of the reach of this guy. I mean, 50-50 balls tend to go his favor more often than not, but this one kind of gets away from him just a little bit and falls incomplete.
And this defense trying to stiff it. He gets back to the line, and that is it. 3rd and goal coming up.
Well, after the failures of the 1st and 2nd down, you got to look now at your 3rd down call sheet. Every play caller has a section, must-have-it plays, critical downs. I say this one falls in that category, and we'll see what they have up their sleeve.
Hey, uno more.
Throwing here on 3rd and goal. Forced out wide. And he'll be forced to throw that one away. Excellent work defensively. It took away all the options, and now it is 4th and goal. He'll bang that one through. It's good. And the Texans will extend their 3rd quarter lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. Brought down after a short pickup to the 24. Brian Branch in on the tackle. 2nd and 6. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
Third down. They'll set up to throw. Open man, left side. He's got it. And they're going to move the ball all the way up to the 45-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
First down, Vikings.
Man in motion, heading left. So, 3 quarters now in the books. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. To throw. He's going to let this one go deep. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the fight. And it's 2nd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Throwing right, it's taken in, and he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. A gain there of 21. It'll be a Vikings 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
At the 24-yard line.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. They'll look to throw again. And he's in. Touchdown, Minnesota. He's up to 21 touchdowns now. What a campaign. The extra point is good. And the Vikings are able to edge a bit closer.
Vikings 24.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Here we go. On play action. Stroud. He'll let this one go long for Williams. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and 10.
He's just unable to secure the catch through the contact, and really nice job timing that hit up by the defense. And at this point, all you can do is get up, get back in the huddle, and hope your quarterback gives you another shot.
Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
I think the days where cornerbacks are either unwilling or unable to be involved in the run game, I think those days are over, Mike. I think when you look around the landscape of today's NFL, yes, you have to cover, but you also have to be able to come up and tackle.
That one on target to Williams. He's got it. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
That might end up being the backbreaker right now. This defense desperately needed to get off the field and give their offense a chance to cut into this 2-score lead. But instead, they now got to defend a fresh set of downs. And as you look up at this clock, they might be running out of time.
Stroud to throw here on 1st and 10. The pressure gets there, and down he goes.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
On 2nd down, Stroud out to his right. He'll let this one rip, looking for Watson. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion. Christian Watson, the intended receiver. And it's going to be 3rd down.
Ready. 18.
From the gun, here's Stroud. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. It's 1st down, and they'll run. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward. A gain of 4.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
So, from the 25, it's 2nd and 5.
And 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger.
They're going to put a man in motion to the right. They'll look to throw. He'll go right and find his running back. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. A pickup of 14 on that one. 1st down, Minnesota.
Let's go now.
Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Now they'll set up to throw. That's going to be incomplete. Hubbard very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
On 3rd down, we'll try to get it on the ground. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play.
It's 4th down.
So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Gotta have it, 4th and 4. They'll drop to throw. incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on down.
19 Texans. Oh, hey. Hey, Uno Mars.
Stroud to throw here on first down. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Here we go.
On first down, it's Stroud. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
3-yard line.
All right.
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. And this is caught left sideline, but out of bounds, says the official. Incomplete. That ball a little late getting there. That's going to bring up third down.
And 10 yards to go.
Here's Stroud. Quick throw, taken in to the 10-yard line. He is out of bounds there. That's catch number 5 tonight, and it's good for a first down.
And goal to go.
Here's a chance to put this game away. First down and goal. Stroud to throw, exiting the pocket right. And that's going to be incomplete, but there's a penalty flag on the field. We'll let the officiating crew sort this one out. So the penalty sets up this offense for first and goal.
Look the hot. 18. What's that? Why, Tony. 11.
Here's Stroud. Flush to his right. And he will wisely just get rid of this one and set up second and goal.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
The Texans going to turn things over to their field goal unit. This about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Texans will extend their lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
He fields it at the 8. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. To throw here to begin the drive. That is incomplete. No way to force a football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up second down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. And that defender's bearing down. You really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
To the air once more on second down. He's going to air this one out. Back to the sideline and intercepted. And the Texans are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
And that should be the final dagger in this one. I mean, barring something dramatic happening here, Mike, I just don't think there's enough time or possessions left in this game to pull off any sort of comeback.
on the run to the right. Now he's just going to flip this forward. He's looking for Devon Achek coming out of the backfield. And it'll lead to a second down.
Here we go. 19 Texans. 18. What's that?
To throw is Stroud. This one complete. Right side, it's Watson. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. A gain there of 11. It's good for a Texans first down.
At the 43-yard line.
Hey! 18. What's that? Hey, Uno Mars. Hey, south. Buggy. Hey, Uno.
Back to throw. Stroud. Forced to his right. Escaping the danger. Throwing and completing. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. The Texans going to go ahead and use their first timeout here. They get it right at the 30-second mark of this fourth quarter. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work first and 10.
18. What's that?
Throwing is Stroud. That one intercepted. That's the linebacker, Alex Highsmith. And the Vikings are going to have it just past their 25.
First down 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Set. Go. 19, 6, 7 Pirates. Trap 60. Let's go.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. He's going to dial up another deep ball. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
Back to the air again on second and 10. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Would have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a third down.
And while this one is all but over, these guys aren't going to let up one bit. They have a lot of pride in their performance, Mike. And just because they had this big lead, they're not going to give you anything easy here down the stretch.
And he's out of bounds, up close to the 45-yard line. Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far. That one gives them a first down. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Now, faking the give. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. Now, whistles and a timeout. Go figure. Not sure the point of this. You can stop it. 4 seconds left in the game. Here we go. One final play. He's going to take a shot. Sends it down the middle. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete. And that will do it. This one comes to an end. So it's a win here for the Texans. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. In the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. That's the difference in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Texans as we say so long from Houston.